So looking at the Saturday 3-game late slate, I was hoping that we would get the other game in there, but FanDuel did that, not DraftKings. So let's look at this Fresno State, Kansas game. Jalen Daniels, 7,300. We'll see on that. I mean, he's healthy, but they're prohibitive favorites. EJ Warner is going to be your starter. Is he ever healthy? He's never healthy. EJ Warner is going to be your projected starter for Fresno. They're going to be playing from behind, but I don't particularly trust Fresno. Donaldson, I've heard he's going to be the starter. I would not play that whatsoever at 6K. Highshaw would be 100% in play. For me at 4,900, that is a dirt cheap price. I'm going to stick him there. And then LaShawn Williams, he used to play at Iowa. He's transferred from there. He's going to see some carries. Highshaw is best suited for that role to take over that Devin Neal spot. Good out of the backfield, catching passes as well, and they tend to use their guys like that. So he's going to be somebody that I would feature right out the gate, seeing that price tag. And we liked playing Devin Neal, so with him gone, that's going to be something to look for. And I've heard a ton of buzz about this kid, Henderson, Manuel Henderson. People are liking his over props. They were at 47.5. I want to say it dropped in. People really like that. He's getting a lot of camp buzz. So I think he's going to be a guy to look for if you want to pair up somebody with Daniels or just play him naked with Highshaw, because they're going to score a lot of points there with that team. So those would be the two standouts for me in that game. And then let's look at the quarterbacks for Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. Remember, Sam Houston, coaching change, Casey Keeler moving on to Temple. So they had a boatload of people gone. They do still return Hunter Watson. Hunter Watson had a heck of a year last year. But ultimately, look at these DK points in the 20s. That's a little more than 3X. I like that. Star of the show here is going to be Maverick McIver. So Maverick McIver, he's got a great name. We all love people named Maverick. He comes from Texas Tech originally. He was the backup to Bayron Morton, our buddy, longtime friend of the show. And he went to Abilene Christian, where they had run the open run and shoot, widespread leech system. And he moves back into this Western Kentucky system now that Caden Veltkamp's out. And he is going to put up numbers. He's Bailey Zappi reincarnate. I am going to play a ton of Maverick McIver. He's going to throw the ball all over the yard. So I'm going to be heavily invested there. Running backs, you can never trust the running backs for Western Kentucky. They don't play ton. George Hart, probably the lead dog to me. But we'll have to wait and see on that. I'll take a look, but I'm not going to really be playing those guys. Elijah Green's probably your lead guy for Sam Houston, considering Alton McCaskill we haven't been able to trust since he went to Houston and tore his knee up and went to Colorado, failed at Arizona State. So he's now landed at Sam Houston here. Shane Porter might be an interesting play. North Texas back from last year. That'd be an interesting guy. Wide receivers for Western Kentucky, way too cheap here. Katie Hutchinson, he's going to be the one who gets the most pub. Let me double check my Western Kentucky stuff just to make sure that I'm right.
I was certainly surprised by Maverick's price compared to the receiver's price. I mean, I get first game, you're maybe not sure who the guys that are going to be on the field are, but that's a lot of 5,000 options.
Yeah, it's going to be, where is Cody Epps? Hang on. I'm just going to search for him because I do not see. Where the?
Yeah.
Maybe
he
got
tends to be one of those
team.
situations where you can't find
Oh, no. Yeah,
I don't see him on the depth chart.
Wow. Okay.
That's okay.
Well,
you keep talking. I'm going to look it up. I'm on it.
Hey, Cody Epps was there, and he was my athletic version of Easton Messer when I did the team preview. Matthew Henry. So this kid.
Well, he's at BYU.
Oh, he used to be. Okay, well, never mind. I lost that one. That was bad preview then. Matthew Henry, though, he comes from Western Illinois, and he had a 1,200-yard, 6-touchdown season a year ago. I think he replaces Keyshawn Johnson on the outside, who had a big season a year ago. So I think this is our guy. Look at his last 2 games: 6 for 210 and 2, 7 for 183 and 1. He's probably my top wide receiver on the slate at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see there. Stanford,
I have an
Hawaii.
update on Cody Epps. I think you're going to want to hear. Yeah, so he posted on his Instagram in April after transferring from BYU to Western Kentucky, quote, "Yes, I've retired from football. I've put it down. I've enjoyed it. I've loved it. I'm so appreciative of BYU and Western Kentucky. However, I have finally looked in the mirror after a long time of thinking about it and finally said to myself, I want to discover who I am." So,
okay, well, he's going on another
go ahead and take
mission,
Cody Epps off your board.
Okay, well,
yep.
I guess I did the preview before that then. So Stanford, Hawaii. Have you seen this mess at Stanford? It's just an absolute crap show. So Andrew Luck is the GM now. Yep, he's the general manager there. And then Frank Reich is now the head coach because their head coach got fired, Troy Taylor. And they had a mass exodus of talent that has just gone. They are now an underdog to Hawaii to open the season. And they should be. They opened as a favorite, but that got bet quickly. Other player you're going to want in your team, Micah Alejado, because Ben Gulbranson's going to be the starter for Stanford, and he stinks. He's the guy from Oregon State previously. I believe did you play him, or was that was the Giovanni McCoy you played for Oregon State last year and drove me insane. But he
I definitely did some Oklahoma State or Oregon State stuff that drove you nuts, and I won a slate. I remember it was like Thanksgiving week. I was at Disney.
Yeah, I think that was Giovanni McCoy. But yeah, Gulbranson.
Yeah.
And then if you're looking for a Stanford guy, I would lean towards Micah Ford. He's returning. He should be the bell cow running back at 4,500. That seems good because Hawaii's defense on the run game is going to struggle. They look pretty decent against the pass, actually. Don't trust any Hawaii running backs. They do not run the ball. They're terrible. The other Stanford back that you could consider would be Chris Davis Jr., who's coming in. Wide receiver-wise, they lost everything. Emmett Mosley went to Texas, and our buddy, he's with the Titans now. I don't believe that for a second. What is his name?
I'm sorry. What's
Alec Ayamanor.
Alec Ayamanor?
Yeah, Alec Ayamanor.
Yeah.
So Pofeli Ashlock, he had a really good freshman season. He's the top wideout. Him and Nick Sinakel. That's a double stack for me, clearly. And then you're just trying to find a $5,100 running back. You could run it back with Ford. There's your game stack for that Hawaii game I wish it was late at night, but 6:30 I'll take. So yeah, this would be like my base lineup. I mean, that's definitely going in. I don't think there's any chance I don't play this.